Hey, let's talk about it, cause honestly we need to talk about social issues, just uplifting my people. Yeah, let's talk about it. Come join the conversation. A connection's what we're creating. Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? So check this out, right? Today is Motivational Monday, right? But what I wanted to talk about is your connection and how much that matters, right? So I'm gonna tell you a quick story, and they're probably gonna make me look crazy, whatever. But I'm not electronic savvy, so I had got my son an iPad, and I called myself doing the cheap route, and I went and got him an aftermarket charger. Right? So I give him the charger, whatever, and I had an old cord to plug into the charger, right? So give it to him, whatever. And he came to me, he's like, Dad, it's taking my iPad forever to charge. And I'm like, well, what are you doing wrong? So I go check it, whatever, plug it in, whatever. So I'm like, yeah, just leave it alone. So he came to me about, a little bit, maybe about an hour later, and he was like, it still ain't even charged to 100%. So I'm like, what in the world is the problem? So I kept telling him I'm gonna take him up to Best Buy or whatever, see what's going on. So I take him up to, I take it up to Best Buy, and I take the charger and everything that I got. So I get there, and they say, well, nothing's wrong with the iPad. And I'm like, you sure? Because it's taking forever to charge. And they told me, they were like, well, let me see what you're charging it with. So showed them the charger, whatever, and they laughed. And I was like, well, what's going on? They was like, well, there's nothing wrong with the iPad. There's nothing wrong with the cord. But the charging block that you have will never allow it to get to its full, capacity in a short period of time because it's not powerful enough. Now, I say all of that to say this. Who you're connected to matters. You see, there was nothing wrong with the charging block that I had. It just wasn't strong enough to charge the iPad in a reasonable amount of time. So in your personal life, who are you connected to? See, a lot of times you have not reached your full potential, or you have not reached where you need to go simply because of who you're connected to. Now, what does who your connection means? The same way that charging block was. Look around. Just look around. Look at who you choose to do life with. Look at what you choose to entertain. Look at what you allow to, go inside of your ear. That's your connection source. So a lot of people are praying for a specific thing, and it feels like God isn't even listening to them, right? It feels like that thing is so far away, and then you get to a certain point to where you be like, you know what? Forget it. It isn't for me. The same way that I was thinking about that iPad, and I was literally going to go up there and trade it in because I thought something was wrong with the iPad. But it wasn't that. It was just a connection. So sometimes so many of your dreams go to the graveyard and they die because you're so busy focused on, well, why is it not happening? Why is it not happening fast enough? But the problem is what you're connected to. So my motivation on Monday is, if you find yourself in a state of just stagnant, it just seems like, everything is mundane, like you're just stagnant. Take a minute and see what you're plugged into. Just take a moment and see what you're plugged into. Because that connection will cause a delay in where you're supposed to be. Think about that. I was willing to just trade this iPad in because I'm like, something's wrong with the iPad. It did not cross my mind that because I took the cheap route, because I was driving and I was just like, man, I compared the price. I said, okay, I can get this charging block and it's this amount, or I can get this and this is dirt cheap. And I went the cheap route, not thinking it's cheap for a reason. A lot of people live your life that way. A lot of people do. You look and you go the cheap route. And then months down the line, you wonder why you feel so unfulfilled. It's because simply who you connected with. I come on here and I try to speak positivity, and I use myself as an example, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times, because, you know, I'm an open book. There's days that I wake up and I question. I'm human. We're all human. And there's nothing wrong with that. Somebody's getting up today on this Monday and they're questioning, man, why hasn't it happened for me? I think it's healthy to question, because when you question, you open your mind up, you open your eyes up, and you start to examine the things around you. Why am I feeling this way? This, that, and the other. The problem is when you wake up like that, but you go on social media and you present another side to you. Because now you're faking for your friends, you know what I'm saying, who really don't care. I say this all the time. There's a segment of people that really don't care. They just don't want to see you doing better than them. Right? So you're faking it. You're just like, oh man, yeah, everything is good, blah, 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 blah. And then you log off and you go back to crying. No, I come on here and I just tell you the real about myself. Right? I tell the real that's about myself. Because if you're not going to be real with you, how do you expect somebody else to be real with you? So this Motivational Monday, you know, this was, you know, a segment of my life that I had went through where I had the right cord. There was nothing wrong with the machinery, but it was the power source. And a lot of people's power source, they try to think that it's them. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to get out your way. The devil can lend, right? The devil can lend. The devil can say, you know what? I'm going to lend you this house. I'm going to lend you this car. I'm going to lend you this, you know, popularity, right? That's what the devil can do. He can lend you. But what God does is he puts his hand around you. You see, lending is not really yours. So by him lending it, you got to do what he wants you to do in order to keep. But when God has his hands around you, you're able to maintain as long as you're doing right. So anyways, man, this Motivational Monday, I hope somebody out there needed to hear this message. I hope somebody out there really needed to hear this message that there's nothing wrong with you. It's just who you're connected to. It's just what you're utilizing for power. That's all that it is. You are still God's person. God still loves you. You just got to check who you're connected to. Anyways, I thank y'all, man. I love y'all for, you know what I'm saying, supporting me the way that you do, man. It really means a lot. And I try to say this, you know what I'm saying, as much as I can. It means a lot, and I am so appreciative. I'm really appreciative to when I don't post nothing and somebody send me a message like, hey, you good? That does my heart good, because a lot of times I'll be thinking, what the heck am I doing this for? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the heck am I doing this for? You know what I'm saying? So that means a lot, and I love y'all, and y'all have a productive Monday. And if you're not having a productive Monday, just watch this video again. Thank y'all.
Hey, let's talk about it, cause honestly we need to talk about social issues, just uplifting my people. Yeah, let's talk about it. Come join the conversation. A connection's what we're creating. Yeah.